The show TNT Offstage is a culmination of student works. There are 11 actors and 11 composers who have been paired together to create all original works that are based on what they believe identity to be.
By calling this Offstage, we're addressing the parts of ourselves that we don't show off, that don't get to be a part of our regular show.
I think we call it off stage because we're off stage. There is no stage. This is our lives. This isn't some show that was made up. This is reality because it's about our identities and who we are.
The show and this whole process, it's a great opportunity to bond with other composers and actors. It's a great opportunity to do a work of art that is somehow, beyond a classic stage.
It's less about the performance and more about the performers.
Whether or not I could relate to the specifics of what was being talked about, I could empathize with them and I could empathize with the stories that were being talked about.
All of us have very unique parts of our identity that really define who we are.
So I just hope people find a song that they're like, wow, they're really speaking about me, or wow, that's something I experienced, but I never really knew how to say it that way.
I hope people can look back at this and really think about their own identities.
We're just being really honest and true to ourselves and sharing our true selves with other people.
Things that happen off stage is what hold things together, is what makes a show what it is.
We're not just artistic beings, we are beings in all facets, in all walks of life, and in all hours of the day. No matter if we're performing or we're writing or any other matter around the arts, we're human, and we're showing that. I think that's why it's off stage.
If you are passionate about the work we do, please consider donating to our Rising Violets page to help us achieve our December goal. 75% of our funding comes from private donations. Your gift directly impacts students pursuing a professional career in theater and helps guarantee the success of TNT for this season and years to come. For more information on how to donate, check our Instagram at Tisch New Theatre. Let's start with the first performance of the night. We give you Gianna Ray and RJ Christian and their song, Foolish.
My name is Gia Ray.
My name is RJ Christian.
My song has to do with being Black in America. In my little bubble, in my hometown, it seemed like after that moment, after the Civil Rights Act was signed, things were just better now. I really truly believe that. As I grew up, I realized that that's not the case. I felt like I was lied to my whole life, and it took me moving out of the house and finally being on my own to realize that things really haven't changed that much.
Going through that with her and hearing her sing the words really helped me come to grips with what I've been feeling this year as well.
The whole song is just a series of realizations and me coming to the conclusion that I'm not foolish anymore. I know what reality is.
I think we went through 3 distinct different songs before we came to the last song. But once we got there, it was something that was really golden and we were both satisfied with. I hope that people who listen can find a little bit of self-assurance in saying, I am not an idiot for viewing the world the way I do. I know what I know is right. And I won't be swayed by people who want me to doubt myself.
I hope that for people who don't experience the same things I do, I hope that my song gives them a glimpse of what it's like. I hope that they can feel the same way I do, or at least start to understand why we feel this way now.
ago, Gov signed an act, gave us all our rights back. But now I'm grown and I know that passing law only goes so far. Who lied to me and said we had equality, but look at our reality. It's something that you can't unsee. You look around and think the world is fine, but there's only whites between these broad red lines, and you just look foolish. You just look foolish. Legal change and social change are not the same, and law is only good as its enforcement. Being demonized just for stepping off my doorstep every day's a new surprise. Doesn't mean it's my demise. No power tripping when my existence gets them heated. They're overstepping a single weapon. I'm undefeated. I try so hard to love, but the world just gets more hateful. They hate me for my skin, but me, I'm grateful. You look around and think the world is fine, but the kids are grown and the world is their design. You won't catch me foolish. It's not over till love can see past color. It's not over until there's pride in stars. It's not over until we don't have to crawl to be part of the all. A single word, their favorite weapon. Am I supposed to feel something? You look around and think the world is fine, overlooked 'cause you try to be colorblind. But if you look around this world, one day you'll find that it's not just your world, it's also mine. I'm not foolish. I'm not foolish. No, I'm not foolish. I'm not foolish. No, I'm not foolish. Foolish, foolish. I'm not foolish. Foolish, foolish. I'm not foolish. I'm not foolish. I'm not
We now welcome Cam Campton and Katie Rubino to the virtual stage, presenting to you their song, Currently Unnamed.
I am Cam.
My name is Katie Rubino.
Katie and I wrote a song called Currently Unnamed, and it's basically about my journey, kind of. I really hate using the word journey, it's so trite, but it is about my journey coming out as a trans guy. And yeah, it's incredibly personal, but I think it was very rewarding to write because I got to be a little bit introspective.
He found his identity through speaking to other people and realizing things himself through the reactions of others. I thought was really powerful. It's really kind of like opened my eyes to the ways that all of us feel like we're alone in our identities, but through the process of getting to know another person like at this level, I think that it's helped me realize that we all go through a lot of the same struggles.
The word normalize can be overused, and sometimes that's not enough, but I think it goes a long way towards getting people to a place more than tolerance, because tolerance is usually not enough. People are just like, I think frequently a lot of people can have the mindset that's like, people can do whatever they want with their gender or whatever, as long as it's not my child or as long as I don't have to interact with them. But I think that showing people that it's not a big deal and kind of normalizing being trans, especially in the field of musical theater where I don't feel like I'm represented.
I was born to a name that didn't feel like my own, and then my body changed, but I didn't feel quite the same as all my girlfriends. I spent years trying on names, like I was trying on clothes, and nothing really clicked why I felt like this. But I am who I am. I'm still me. Just a little bit afraid of what I have. It comes in waves of love and hate. Introducing myself and saying hi. I'm currently unnamed. I was okay with where I stood, but it wasn't solid ground yet. Every bra was a threat. I needed more than that. So I decided to tell my friends. And they said, yeah, we know. And I was like, oh. Well, is this okay? Just saying it this way. Will I melt if I advance and utter the word trans? But I am who I am. I'm still me. Just a little bit afraid of what I have. It comes in waves of love and hate. Introducing myself and saying hi. I'm currently unnamed. I sat down across from my parents and I said, Mom and Dad, I'm kind of more of a boxers kind of guy. And they said, why didn't you tell us sooner? As if it wasn't clear any sooner. But I couldn't dispute my fragile sense of self. For them in their trying time. So I said, thanks for teaching me how to shave my legs. I sure hope I never do that again. And thanks for teaching me how to stay away from the boys. Well, Mom, I wanna be them. I'm the same person you raised. Nothing's really changed. I'm just like all the rest, but most of all, thanks for doing your best. I am who I am. I'm still me. Even if I'm afraid of being perceived in a way I don't wanna be. It comes in waves of love and hate. currently unnamed.
For the last performance of the evening, here are Emerson Steele and Tyler Arl telling us a little bit about their song, Training Wheels.
Hi, I'm Emerson.
My name is Tyler.
Our song is called Training Wheels. It's about getting back up on the bike when you've fallen down, and then throughout it's about experiences where you're really knocked down and you don't always have somebody there to help you back up, and you kind of have to find that resilience within yourself, and then eventually you can help other people find that resilience.
I know that for me and for Emerson and I think for a lot of people, there's sort of this feeling of like, when you think about identity and when you think about who you are, like that feeling of not feeling like worth it necessarily, or not feeling like you're living up to a certain standard that you hold maybe other people up to or yourself up to. One of the hardest things to do is finding that for yourself and being able to validate yourself and say that you're worth this and you're contributing something to the world and all this stuff.
When I was little, I was like a little spitfire. Any constructive criticism, any actual criticism, I was like, well, I'll show them. And I would. And so for me, a lot of my identity right now is finding that confidence that I once had and letting it resurface and be that little spitfire I once was.
The main thing I've taken away so far, though, is just the influence of other people, and like in this time where we haven't been able to interact with other people, being able to do that in something that's like had this sort of purpose of creation, that's just sort of given me like feeling of community again.
I hope more than anything people will feel very empowered and find that little kid in themselves. I hope people just feel like they can take on the world and they can overcome anything that comes their way.
When I was 5, my mom was by my side while I went slow. No more training wheels to help me ride. When she let go, I felt so alive. Just the autumn breeze, my bike and me. But when I tried to turn, I felt myself freeze and fall and scrape my knee. And there was shame and anger and disappointment. I didn't want to stand and try again. But then my mom said, if you quit today, will you cry tomorrow for all your dreams unfulfilled? If you don't win today, just try tomorrow. We all break now and then, but we rebuild. She wiped my tears away and said, I know how it feels, but take my hand, I'll help you stand. I'll be your training wheels. At 18, I moved away from home to a city that I always dreamed of. Left my boyfriend behind and we talked on the phone every night till he fell out of love. He cut it clean, said he couldn't thrive in a distance romance with me. And suddenly, I was 5 on the ground with a scraped knee. And I was sad and angry and disappointed. I didn't want to stand and try again. And I said, if I quit today, I won't cry tomorrow for all my dreams unfulfilled. I didn't win today and I won't tomorrow. He broke my heart and how can I rebuild? I thought no one around me could know how it feels to be alone and far from home without their training wheels. Where could I go? Where could I go when they cut you down? How do you know you'll grow again? What could I do? What could I do when there's no one there to help you try again? I can't stay on the ground like I've died. All I can do is get back on the bike and ride. At 20, I was in an airport, traveling to a new place. There was a woman I couldn't help but stare, for there were tears running down her face. And there were plenty of people all around us, but not one asked what's wrong. I sat down next to her. She told me her mother was almost gone. And when she's sad or angry or disappointed, she won't know how to stand and try again. I took her hand and I said, if you quit today, then you'll cry tomorrow for all your dreams unfulfilled. You say goodbye today, but you'll find tomorrow she never really left. She's with you still. I wiped her tears away and said, I know how it feels to be alone and far from home without your training wheels, without your training wheels. And after all, that's what training wheels are for, so you can keep on going when you don't have them anymore.
If you are passionate about the work we do, please consider donating to our Rising Violets page to help us achieve our December goal. 75% of our funding comes from private donations. Your gift directly impacts students pursuing a professional career in theater and helps guarantee the success of TNT for this season and years to come. For more information on how to donate, check our Instagram at Tisch New Theatre.